We have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 177 of the Scholars of Wrestling Show. This is Scholar Tarek taking control of tonight's episode. That's right, it's only me, baby. But wait, I may be the only scholar, but I am not alone. I have a special guest with me tonight. Familiar face in the world of Scholars of Wrestling. Say hello to a welcome back Charlie Morone. Hello, Charles.
That is right. One half of the Great Brothers here to join forces with the Scholars of Wrestling. Hello, hello. How are you, sir?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm great. A little tired.
Yeah, aren't we all? Yes, I agree. It's been a very long day, and it's been a very long week in the world of professional wrestling. We have just came off WWE No Mercy, which, surprisingly enough, is the first time No Mercy has been a Raw exclusive event. There have been like 3 or 4 SmackDown exclusives from this current Superstar shakeup, our brand extension, and the last brand extension. I think they had like 3 of them. So this is a very special No Mercy, and actually a pretty good No Mercy, if I do say so myself.
They've brought back No Mercy for that many times already?
They did it twice.
This was being the second time.
This is the second time of the second time of the second brand split.
Okay.
Oh, this is of the first brand split. They did it like 3 or 4 times, and they were only SmackDown exclusives. This is one where they have 2 shows, one of SmackDown, one of Raw. I don't remember exactly which card match was the SmackDown exclusive. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What matters is this is a Raw eccentric episode of Scholars. No Mercy exclusive. This is going to be our review of the actually pretty decent pay-per-view.
They once again took a card and made it amazing.
I'm gonna go a little reverse on that one. I was actually looking forward to this one. I was overhyped. The card was actually being built pretty well. Certain matches.
Yeah. Well, I can give you that. Certain matches.
But then the final product is, well, let's actually get into that. This is no backstage news this week. Nothing spectacular to talk about. At least none that comes to my mind. So let's go ahead and jump right into. Let's jump right into No Mercy with the out of nowhere pre-show that is Elias versus Apollo Crews.
I swear, I think I looked at my phone Friday morning and they just threw this in.
Was it Friday morning? I first heard about this Sunday morning.
If you're a member of like the app or whatever, the network app, you get like notifications of these stupid last second matches, and I believe might have been some part into the weekend, but I think I got mine Friday.
All in all, it wasn't a terrible match. It just was there.
Yeah. I actually like that lately on pre-show matches, regardless of how ridiculous the matches are or have no storyline or build whatsoever,
or that are in the pre-show and deserve to be on the main card, the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
Yes, heels have come out victorious on pre-shows, and I dig that.
Recently? Because normally it was the other way around. It's like, it's just, as we like to call it here on Scholars, it's the good appetizer to the main course, which is the main pay-per-view. And normally it likes to get the crowd going on the good side, given the face wins. But yeah, recently they have had a couple of heels win this one.
I remember quite a few heels winning in this past year, which is a nice change of pace.
This one is no exception. It was a good back and forth. Now it looks like they're actually starting to start some form of storyline with this one on Raw.
That's another thing. They've had the pay-per-view matches on the pay-per-view and then on Raw, whether it be the Raw prior and then leading up to like what's his face with the Cruiserweight Championship win, and then Neville won it right back
Tozawa?
Days later.
Yeah. When it comes to the the Raw Women's title, it's a complete mess. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Because we're not even going to talk about Elias and Apollo Crews during the Raw review. But yeah, it was a good start. I'm glad Elias won. He seems to be the one that WWE is trying to put the spotlight on when it comes to the lower card. Sadly, for Apollo Crews, he's not in that spotlight, even though he is very talented. But it's the biggest complaint of he was in NXT for not even a month, and they throw him on the main roster with no developed character whatsoever.
Yeah. If it weren't for Titus, he'd be lost in the water.
Hell, he's still lost in the water. Other than his match with Kurt Hawkins, no one's seen him in weeks.
Yeah.
Or, hell, even months. All right.
I was talking during this match, and with all these cuts of names, like Elias instead of Elias Sampson and all that, how has Apollo Crews dodged this bullet?
What do you mean, like
how don't they call him Apollo or Cruz or
Creed? Oh wait, nope.
no, that's different.
That's a different.
Those new gay guys are great.
All right, now I think we've talked enough. I'm surprised we talked this long about the pre-show.
Yeah,
let's go ahead and talk about the main show, which is another very short noticed match with my favorite championship of all time, the Intercontinental Championship. The defending champion, The Miz, successfully defended against Jason Jordan in a Jinder Mahal type match. Oh, nope. This is Miz has been doing it first. A Miz type match where he's had his aunt, the Miz Taraj, interfere and cost Jason Jordan. It's always funny where I'm comparing Jinder Mahal and the Miz's title reign.
It's not copying if it's on a separate show.
Lies, lies on I say, but yeah. This match happened.
Yeah, I'm looking at this scorecard. I'm a little upset at you for not trusting The Miz in this one, but
it's not that I don't trust The Miz. I don't trust WWE on how much they've been pushing.
He's on a reign of greatness with that Intercontinental Championship.
And where they're going now with this, I'm glad that with Brock Lesnar gone, the Intercontinental Championship is the front and center of the main storyline on Raw. But that's, again, for the Raw review. We're focusing mainly on No Mercy. I'm trying to build a system here. I can't let this go into complete chaos.
Yeah.
I am a master of chaos. I know how to control that shit. All right, moving on. Jason Jordan's...
Long story short,
Jason Jordan nowhere near ready for this.
Mm-mm.
He's a good athlete. I actually enjoy some of his wrestling. But I'm just going to say what everyone's been saying, because it's 100% true. The whole Kurt Angle's son storyline is killing him.
My main issue with Jason Jordan is he is a tag team wrestler. Well, I guess I have two issues with him now because I'm going to piggyback off of this. But what Jason Jordan, at least what I looked at in Jason Jordan, was his hot tag. His hot tag was the only definitive hot tag that I could think of that seemed like a signature almost when he got the hot tag in American Alpha. Like, you knew shit was going to go down with the suplexes and whatnot. But another thing is the dude needs facial expressions. And if he can't have facial expressions aside from his shit-eating grin, like, turn him heel and take advantage of his shit-eating grin.
Oh, because this is something we've talked about on the show. You and I have talked about this.
He is emotionless aside from that grin. So, I don't know. I don't think he can cut it as a singles wrestler, as a face at least. I think that they can do many things as a heel with him. Like, even if he's like, you know what? You did great. And, like, did like a Bo Dallas-esque
Yes,
run.
That is exactly what I've been saying for months.
Just underhandedly, like, shook the opponent's hand with that shit-eating grin on his face. I think that would be better progress than
when it actually comes to the wrestling, he has a great belly-to-belly suplex.
He does, but aside from his...
But that's all he has. He really does have his wrestling skills.
I feel it meant more being a hot tag than seeing this trash as...
And apparently they're okay with just replacing him with Shelton Benjamin when it comes to American Alpha, which...
Clearly.
Then
they have...
Actually,
don't get me started.
They're actually pretty good.
Yeah, but they haven't been on air. They were on air like what? Twice?
The last time was last week. They beat the Hype Bros.
Yeah. This week they weren't utilized.
Other than a backstage segment continuing whatever the hell is going on with the Hype Bros. I'm not dropping my F-bomb. I have a rule. One F-bomb an episode.
Okay.
So I'm saving it for a time when I actually do feel like it's needed.
More appropriate occasion.
Exactly. So yeah, now apparently this is a one and done deal. Now, okay, completely pointless.
Like Emma might as well start taking advantage of him. At least it'll give him a storyline.
Right? And it gives her a storyline because now she's going to Timbuktu. Next up, we have Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. I actually liked the match. That's it. I can't lie. I love both these guys to death. I love Finn Balor. I love Bray Wyatt. But now it's supposed to be one and done. Well, not one and done. They had 3 matches together. It's a 2 out of 3 now. So, okay. It's one of those big things where no guy is being benefited from this storyline. And it was a good match. They both work very well together. But again, I would say it was predictable, but that wasn't the case on the prediction show because we just want our Uncle Bray to win. Yeah, I love my Uncle Bray.
I was wrong on this one as well because I thought that, well, I guess if we get into Raw discussion, I'll talk more on this. But I figured that it would be an extension, which they're seemingly going with after Raw. So I put Bray because he has to pick up a victory at some point along this. But as big of a Finn advocate as I am, I chose Bray on that one. I wasn't disappointed, but card-wise, score-wise, yeah.
All right. We're done talking about the okay matches, the okay beginning of this pay-per-view. Now let's talk about the highlight of No Mercy. In my opinion, match of the night. Hands down, greatest match. These guys are amazing. The Raw Tag Team Championship with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus Sheamus and my man, Cesaro. Da, 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 da. Sheamus and Cesaro. Da, 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 da. This match... You seriously are going to sit there and not think this was match of the night?
No. It was completely match of the night. I just have 2 observations during this match. One, was Seth Rollins utilized for more than 3 minutes in this match? And 2, once said injury with Cesaro happened, did that not look like Stiff Shot City, like from the Attitude Era in like an Acolytes tag match? That they were going hard after that injury. They were just beating the living crap out of each other.
It was beautiful.
On both sides. Because Dean was throwing back, too. Oh, and that powerbomb. Powerbomb Seth on top of Dean or vice versa. Or what?
What is it? What is Sheamus' finishing or signature move? Shining? No.
No, I'm talking about the powerbomb off the top rope.
But first, Sheamus did the move to
White
Seth.
Noise.
Was it White Noise where he has him up and then just slams him on his back?
I think it's
White Noise to Cesaro powerbombing Dean Ambrose.
Oh man,
that was just
that was Stiff Shot City in that.
It was
match.
such a great match. Oh my gosh, I didn't want it to end.
Like I was looking at that, cringing at some of the shots they were throwing at each other.
You can just tell this is their all for nothing match. This is the ending of their feud, and it was amazing.
And I dare you to go back and watch that spot. You hear teeth hitting metal.
Oh, it hurt.
And I don't know if you watched that black and white video that WWE put out, but
of them stitching
the dude is getting stitched up. He looks like he's medicated as fudge, but
don't you don't have to censor yourselves.
I'm challenging you to using your F-bomb first.
You don't have to censor it. This is not a PG show as much as Jeff wants it to be.
Okay.
He keeps saying it's a PG show, but I laugh at that comment.
He was highly medicated and getting stitched up while his teeth were still impacted in his. Oh my god!
We all thought it was completely knocked out or broken.
Oh yeah, it looks like when it was like it looks like they were knocked out, but
yeah, that's the big highlight, and the fact that they go like another 20 minutes after that.
Yeah.
My God.
What it looked like was momentum was too high and he was overshot and didn't have time to put his hand up. Because you would see he tried to put his hand up.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was expecting